Hello again to our next session. So I'm very happy to introduce Kuntal, Chatterjee and Achal Sharma to you. So Kuntal, most of you will know him. He is one of the co-founders of Pharmacircuit. He is a well-experienced business developer in the healthcare sector, and for sure connected to most of you. And he is now also cooperating with Core Pillars, a very interesting business. We're very happy to also have Achal here, which is the founder of Core Pillars. After having served in corporate life and working for various global organizations, he established this organization about 5 years back. His spiritual journey started very early in life when he was just 13 years of age, and when he started his work on Core Pillars. Understanding the contemporary world and its requirements, he is relentlessly working to help the global society to connect with their own self and life, and to have a fulfilling life in all its facets. So I'm very much looking forward to see what he will present about Core Pillars and one of the many things he is currently doing at the global level. So looking forward to hear from both of you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mario. Yes. So, thank you, audience, for being there. We are really grateful to you. And as you know, life is all about the journey, not the destination. And I am very happy, to take you through this journey. Achal will have a presentation which will present shortly. Uh, we have seen that, in our life, we are always searching for something, but are we going back to our core? So core pillars takes us to the core. There are a lot of, B2B, B2C programs, but basically it's all about yourself. So core pillars helps you to actually empower you in such an extent that you become a complete person and you understand your core, and then it's all easy. We have a dream, and the dream currently is to, I met before that I met Achal few months back, and immediately I found a divine connection with core pillars. Myself having suffered a lot of life changing accidents, I can only say that life happens for good. So with this, I think we should begin our presentation for today, bringing life to life. And I would like to hand over to Achal for the presentation. Over to you, Achal.
Thank you very much, Kuntal, and thank you everyone who is there watching us and taking out time to watch this presentation. As Kuntal mentioned, this is a dream, and this dream is a universal dream that we are all living in. The idea here is to, and this dream entails a very simple idea, and the idea is to help people connect with their own self. In the world today that we are living, we're seeing a lot of problems around us. We are seeing a lot of things that are happening, at different levels, and whether it be at a personal level, relationship level, or at the business level. There are multiple issues, or even at the government or the country levels, we are facing multiple issues. Uh, and most of these issues are arising out of, the quest for power and quest for money and for many other things that are there uh, at the individual level. This journey of core pillars actually started for us way back where, uh, you know, and in fact, this journey started, I would say, uh, thousands of years back when, human beings started to ask questions: why are we here? What are we doing here? And all of those things. And this journey is still continuing. It has taken different shapes. It's taken different names. It has taken also different religions to prove a point. But yes, this journey still continues, and it's a beautiful journey, whether at an individual level or at an organization level. So Core Pillars is an organization, and we are proud to probably announce here today that We are entering Europe with our discussion today, and we are taking our dream forward uh, to Germany also to start with in
Yeah.
Europe, and we have our current presence in United States, Australia, and this is where we are entering in Europe as well. To just talk about this journey, we are here to help people and businesses to connect with their core and and have a holistic life, fulfilling life in all senses, which is full of happiness and success at all levels. Uh, as we move along with this presentation, wellness encompasses a healthy body, a sound mind, and a tranquil spirit. It was said by Gagnon some years back, and this journey, as I mentioned with you, it's a beautiful journey, and it continues for each of us in our own ways. Uh, the unfortunate parts that happen in this journey, we will probably just throw some lights upon that, and why we actually digress from this beautiful journey when we come into this world. We'll talk about it when we move on this journey. And this journey, of course, when we try and this make this dream possible, it's not possible without like-minded people coming together. We are very fortunate to have like-minded, experienced people who have come together on this journey and represent core pillars in different forms and ways. We have a great team. This is just some of the faces that you are seeing, but there are multiple faces behind these faces, and there's an entire team which works around to make this dream possible. For now, I would just say these are some of the faces that you would see as part of the team, which is there in terms of bringing this dream to life. Uh, why we call bringing life to life? As we move along, we will talk about it. In the next slide, we will see. I just probably when we talk of life in contemporary times, we are all seeing that our life and livelihood has been affected by the pandemic. There have been multiple questions which people are asking themselves nowadays in terms of their life, in terms of their livelihood. This pandemic has definitely given us a lot of learning while we have moved along in this life, and this learning has brought us to ask some serious questions with ourselves. Are we living the right way? Are we doing the right things? Initially, it was just about where are we? What is the purpose of life? Today, the simple questions which we've always ignored in our life, questions like, what are we doing? Are we doing it the right way? Is it really giving us the right peace? Is it giving us the right sense of satisfaction? Is it the right sense of success for us, whether at an individual or at a business level? These questions are glaring upon us, and this pandemic has given us a chance to spend some time with ourselves, with our families, and a beautiful journey in this last 1 year. This pandemic has given us a blessing in disguise where we have seen some beautiful moments with ourselves and our life and our family. Continuing this journey forward, we want to launch ourselves. I will probably share as we move along what are we talking about in core pillars. Plus, we have an introductory package which we are coming up with because we firmly believe that in life nothing comes for free. To give one breath, you have to get one breath. In fact, to get one breath, you have to give one breath. So nothing comes for free, and a very you know I would say a minimum pricing that we have put to something that adds a lot of value to one's life in terms of helping you answering these questions, helping you, getting you out of whatever uh, problem you may be facing in your life today, and also giving you a fulfilling life in all its facets. We are looking forward to people in Europe to come forward and be our partners and torchbearers for core pillars and really take this journey forward with us. So now, what is core pillars? You must be wondering about what it is all about. Why the name core pillars and what does it do? as we move along, we will share these things with you. I'd request to move on to the next slide, and we'll
Sure.
just
Sure, Achal. And just to add on, I think the value Achal will be explaining in a while, but just for the viewers, in this package, you will be getting a book which has a value, which actually has a lot of information. In fact, I feel that one book can be read as three, four books. But most importantly, there are 6 hours of content, which you will get in this package. So I think Achal will, tell about this more when we wrap up. But this is a package which is made just to show what core pillars is capable of, and more than an alternate career, it is more about reaching one's own full potential.
great, Kuntal, to add to that. And I personally believe when you add a lot of value to yourself, you also add value to others. So
Correct.
you can only give what you have. So have that once, acquire those things first. We all have it. We just need to be aware of them. So we want to give you, as we're talking about an alternate career, we would not want to call it as an alternate career. We would want to call it as a career which fulfills you from inside, which fulfills you in terms of all your passions that you have always wanted to live with. So this alternate career or career that we talk about today, you see there's a mega trend which has moved on in various industries. Uh, 2020 has been a game changer in many aspects. The wellness industry is forging ahead in terms of getting most of the investments around the world, most of the attention around the world, and this industry has got various opportunities for people to come in and seek their careers in it. Moving forward, I would just say, that when you see this trend beyond 2020, there have been some industries which have been. Can we move ahead, Kuntal? And there have been some industries, till 2020, they were leading uh, the race to, in terms of profit or whatever we may call it. Moving ahead from beyond 2020 and beyond, we would see the wellness space is one of the biggest space which is really picking up. And I would say, once again, thanks to the pandemic that has brought a lot of attention in terms of what is and how this wellness has to be seen. In the next slide, you would see the kind of investments that have come into the wellness industry and the mental health funding, which has skyrocketed and just moving upwards in terms of 2020 and looking beyond. These investments are just going faster and faster for a reason that there's a lot of requirement in this space. Why are people requiring these? Why are industries and companies investing into these areas? For simple reason that we all, at a global level, are facing multiple issues in terms of, uh, you know, whether it be in the individual relationship or at the business level. Mental health is coming up as a top priority moving forward. If we are mentally mindful, we are aware, we are healthy, we will be able to perform well in all our facets of life. With this, I would just want to take a step deeper into what is core pillars, what is the process of core pillars, with our unique set of wellness solutions that we bring in. What do we mean when we say we are core pillars? This is a brief process where I would request Kuntal to play this video for all of you.
Sure.
This video would give you an idea of what is the process of core peeling that we are talking of, and
Sure.
how do we
Sure.
do that is something that we'll talk as we move along.
Sure.
Is there the audio which is playing?
Yes, audio, I can hear it.
Okay, fair enough. I hope the others are also. I am unable to hear it. That's why probably I was just asking.
Yeah. So
Thank you,
for
Kuntal.
yeah, for those of you, I think the volume was visible to us, but maybe Achal, just for the crowd benefit, if somebody have not heard that, maybe you can briefly just describe the S2E2 program, and so that it is and what is the offer today, for the audience, and how it can really transform. And because we call each other core pillars, it's like anybody joins our team becomes another core pillar, and the process is core pilling. So it's so simple. Maybe Achal can spend few minutes on
Yeah, sure. So, we were all born very powerful when we were a child. In a journey to adulthood, we have seen that there have been multiple layers which were laid upon us. One of the initials, and some of the initial layers were the layers of our parents, our religion, our society, culture. And as we grew up, some additional layers came off uh, on us through our our friends, our peers, our education. And further, nowadays we also talk as internet as one of the most influencing layer on us. And in these layers and some of the layers which have come as part of our direct experiences. So we have categorized these layers into direct and indirect influencing layers, which actually affect our belief system and control our thoughts and actions. Uh, Most of the issues that we have in our life today are based on the expectations that we have from our life, based on these uh, influencing layers or the influencers that we have on us. These influences in our journey to the adulthood have actually somehow, somewhere, uh, you know, made us a little disconnected from our original self and our core that we call.
correct.
So, core peelers is an effort to peel those layers. Peeling doesn't mean that all these layers are irrelevant. Peeling just means filtering the layers which are irrelevant and filtering out the layers which are irrelevant for us and are detrimental to our growth and our connection to our core, and connecting and using the layers which are really fruitful for us. So core peelers is a very systematic logical process where we go this on this journey where we start to this journey begins from our body, mind and core and takes us deeper into our core, peeling these layers off and helping us connect with our core. So once we get connected to our core, we lead a life which is an aware life, a life which is uh, quite a fulfilling life in all its facet, and a life which is a very real life. It is not lived at a very relative level because our mind is programmed to live at a very relative level. Our conscious mind is programmed to live at a very relative level. So we actually try to connect to our core by peeling the layers on our conscious mind, going inside the subconscious mind, and going deeper into our energy flow systems. So these are some very systematic ways where we implement these processes. Uh, what it has in for others, uh, while we make this offer to for people to join in with a very minimal fees, we say that once you experience it yourself, only then you will be able to you know be part of this journey and understand it. And this journey, while you experience about your own self, is a great way to you will come to know about some of the unexplored aspects of yourself which you would have never done earlier. So it just makes you aware of yourself. It's a great journey to be in, and we have got some tools. Currently, we are having this offering twofold, both B2C and B2B. We are directly offering these services and products to directly to individuals, and also from a B2B level, helping individuals to develop their skills and move on in a way where they can look at as part of their career also, because
Correct.
we we at some point in time are part of nature, and if we learn what we have to give to nature, we all have something to give to nature, and others. So if we know what we have to give to others and what we can give to others, then our life becomes a very meaningful and a real life. And imagine a life where you are doing that and you're also making money for yourself.
Yeah.
It will be
And I
such a
was just telling
satisfying
to
and fulfilling life.
correct, Achal. And I was telling, what we were discussing, few days back. I mean, for the audience, you don't need to pay us anything. You just go through the website, you go through the YouTube, you go through the videos, and then get to know what is the process, what we are speaking about. Our videos and contents will be available. Then ask the relevant questions, and then we invite you. There are various options, to join us. You can join us through directly from the website. There are links available, will Achal will share later on. You can contact any one of us. But basically, as Achal mentioned, once you have this code peeling process, which is a systematic defined process, and it is different from meditation. It's totally different. But the process, when you identify yourself, then actually you started healing. In fact, that's what I experienced. Over to you, Achal.
Yeah, thanks, Kuntal. And like we have most of the people who are in our audience today from the pharma background and the medical backgrounds, I think this is a great tool to have uh, to not only explore your business further and take it further in all ways that you want to. So for a B2C offering, we already have some tools which can help people to, because we've in our journey we have identified that there are people who are a little reluctant in terms of sharing their issues with anyone. So we have got these automated tools where they can actually use them to work with them in complete you know I would say, in alignment with their own self and find their own solutions and answers. We are also looking forward for some wellness retreats in the month of November. Starting, hopefully, the COVID impact would reduce down and help us, do these group sessions with people. We are currently already doing a lot of core peeling sessions with individuals at global level, and we do some workshops also, which are maybe just half a day or a day workshop that we normally do. So these are some offerings which are there at the very individual level that we do for core peelers. We have some programs which are available on the website. We have our signature program of core peelers 3D masterclass, and we have a core peelers S2E2 program which is there, which is S2E2 stands for start exploring and start earning. So it's a business proposition for people who want to really make this as their career moving forward, and and have some good respectable life, and I would say respectable money that they can earn and have a fulfilling life. On a B2B level, we have, we are actually uh, engaging people on the train the trainer concept and making core peelers. That's what we talked about, and creating those core peelers in terms of having their own self-employment. We do business core peeling also, where we say that we train the people in terms of how to do core peeling in business at a business level and help people in their businesses as well. And we have we are working on opening some wellness centers, and of course we also talk for a corporate wellness for the employees at different level, because most of these companies who run the world today have a big influence on their employees. So we also help reach out to people in different ways. This is one of the ways that we take the B2B route to reach out to the employees of the organization as well. And we have a signature program there where we set up the wellness center of excellence in business houses, and they are done at different with different models that we do that, but they are really very successful and have been very well taken by various corporates. Moving forward, we are currently looking, we are present in these four areas. We are in US, we are now entering Europe, and we are present in India and Australia. And when we do this, our intent is to go forward and spread ourselves in other parts of the world as well very shortly. Hopefully, next to 3 to 5 years time, we would want to reach out to Africa and Russia as well. So with this, I would just say we have some global partners who are already there taking our voice forward to thousands and millions of people in different ways. And these partners have really played a major role with us in terms of, and they've understood the value of core peelers and the core peeling that we do. And moving forward, we seek more partners to come with us, whether at a B2B or B2C level.
Wow.
So we have a lot of content with us. We have a lot of, in terms of various white papers that we have published, various one of the books that there are other books that are also being written and will come as part of extensions of these concepts. And some of these things are most of these things are available on our website. Do visit our website and have a read of all these things. And just here I would request Kuntal to move on to the last slide, and we are open for questions now. These are some of our contact numbers as well, in case you want to note down.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Kuntal and Achal, for the presentation, for your insights. As we all know, how important it is to have a balanced life. So I wanted to ask you some last questions before finishing your nice chat. So, how do you see the as we're all spending more time at home lately? How do you see this, and how can this help and reconnect back with our essence?
I just missed your voice in between. Mario, can you repeat the question, please?
Yes, for sure. So I was saying, as we're all spending more time at home lately, so how do you think this can help in spending more time with ourselves and reconnecting with our essence?
Thank you, Mario. I, in fact, just mentioned that this pandemic thing has given us a lot of time to stay at home and spend time with our family and ourselves. But having said that, pandemic has come and it will go away, and we will get into our own rut of living a life full of 9 to 5s and rushing to catch the trains and airplanes all around the world and getting into that mode again. Core peeling is all about being aware of your own self in whatever you are doing and at all times. It doesn't require a specific, as we move along, and people who are practicing core peeling, it's not about sitting down as part of the meditation for 2 hours or 3 hours or 1 hour and then taking out that time from a busy schedule and then spending that time with your own self. Core peeling is a process which is making you aware of your own self, your own energies on the go. Whether you are doing everything, you are connecting with people, you are talking, you are playing, you are even, we are just to share with you, Mario, we are coming up with different concepts of core peelers for sports. We are coming up with core peelers for business. We are coming up with these things. And even moving forward, we are going to some specific sports like tennis, like soccer. So we are talking of core peelers for tennis and soccer. So we are actually creating a lot of tools for getting deeper into these areas where people are just aware of themselves, and you just need to be aware of your energy systems, your energy flows, which are very different for everyone, and how you use your energies to bring your optimum level and achieve success in life, achieve happiness in life, achieve a sense of peace and satisfaction in life. That's what core peelers is all about.
Mario, we cannot hear you. You're muted.
So I think this is one of the most frequently used phrases in these last month. So we cannot hear you. You're muted. So sorry for this.
Good one.
For this technical glitch. So one last question by our managing director, by Mahua. She was asking, so if all the cores are same in nature and how this is relevant for our stress and anxiety management.
Great. I think this is something which is the need of the hour, Mario. I would put it this way. Stress and anxiety are the twins of expectations. And when these expectations interact with the external transactions that we do in our life and the external circumstances, in this case, the external circumstances have been created by pandemic, and we have been talking a lot about it. But there have always been these external circumstances which were prevailing outside us, and the stress and anxiety have always been there with us. Just that they have increased a little bit because of there have been global mass job losses, business losses, which people have occurred, in their life, and things have occurred in their life. So we are now talking about this stress and anxiety. WHO has always been talking about it in its mental health programs. Of late, WHO has also started to do a lot of things around mental health, and various programs that they are launching across the world. So there's a lot of emphasis upon stress and anxiety. To answer your question very specifically, what does Core Pillars do in terms of bringing stress and anxiety? Core Pillars, as I mentioned, imagine a life where you are not deterred by whatever happens outside your life in the external circumstances, because you are so much so connected with your own self. You know that what is right, what is wrong for you. You are able to segregate the requirements and the non-requirements for you. You are able to have your expectations and non-expectations in place. You are so much so connected with yourself, and aware of yourself, that even a tornado comes, you know how to respond, not to react. So Core Pillars, with its various tools, methodologies, and ways that we do, we just help people to get empowered and live a life inside out. Today, if we, and this happens with so many people that we do sessions with, we ask people to rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of various parameters which we give to them in terms of how they are connected with themselves. The average rating which comes is around 4 to 5, which is there. We do certain things, and when the rating goes higher, they feel a very different world altogether. Stress and anxiety, as I said, uh, are the twins of expectations. We help people manage themselves, their expectations. And once we have addressed the people, their root causes of their life, uh, the life becomes much simpler, much easier, much happier, and full of peace and satisfaction. Kuntal, in case if you want to add more to that.
Yeah, I think no, you have said it all. Thank you, Achal. I think it was great to have you today. Thank you, Mario, for the introduction. And we are not running away, but we are there with you now from now on. And you can hear us, see us. There will be a lot of videos coming, and would be happy to invite you to this journey of core peeling. Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, both of you. It was a pleasure, and I'm looking forward to connect in the networking and after the conference. Thanks to both of you.
Thank you so
very
much,
much.
all. Have a
Thanks,
nice
thanks,
day.
thanks, Mario. Thanks, Kuntal.
Thanks. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.